Good morning, everybody. I have a cold. I have a cold. Give me a second. So my voice goes from this to that on its own, random. Give me a sec. Ah. Billy, if you're watching, today would be the perfect day for me to originate the voice of Baritone Bear. Good morning, Eddie. How are you? Oh, this is going to be a thing this morning. All right. Am I feeling better? Gosh, Eddie, I am. I'm feeling absolutely perfectly fine from about here down. Yesterday, I really felt like I'd been hit by an invisible weighted sock. Thub. But I slept and stuff. I think it's really important. That's why the theme today. The theme today is everybody aims to win, right? Everyone aims to win. And then I thought, right? Hello, right? And when we don't feel 100%, when some different element enters into the conversation, and our body's job is to win this for the team, but there's stuff going on. It's a really, really good analogy. I'm trying to keep my voice up, and I shouldn't because I'm forcing it up. So I'm trying to sound normal. I can't. So good morning, Miss Maggie. Coming to you from Baritone, Ottawa here. When we fail to notice that we have allowed stuff to get in the way, that we are allowing stuff to get in the way, it saps our energy. And more importantly, if there's anything more important than sapping our energy, it drains our body's natural, innate instinct to protect us. It's not that we stop protecting us. It's that we're exhausted and distracted, and we're fighting too many things on too many fronts. When you have an allergy, and they say it's pollen season, it's this, it's dust, it's whatever, and you're all stuffed up. It is your body defending itself against what it perceives to be as an invasion, a threat from enemies, and your hormone, your defense warriors, the histamine, go on the attack. And I think it's actually a brilliant strategy. What they do is they cover the enemy in sneezes and glub, and the enemy is not more or less vanquished than just completely offended. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Check, please. We're going to attack over here. Need a shower now. So, the voice is rather muddy now. Well, thank you, darling. Somebody once told me, Eddie, after a long show that I had been doing way too much stuff. I said, "Do you think I sound like Marlene Dietrich?" He said, "No, I think you sound like George Raft." Now, for those of you who weren't born in 1400, George Raft was a 1940s gangster movie guy. And he had a voice that came to you from somewhere under the basement. Under the basement. All gravelly and terrible with that and a tough New York accent. It was brilliant voice. So I sound like Marlena? No, George Raft. So when we perceive a threat, like allergies, and we go on the attack because we're defending our preciousness, and thank goodness, thank you. Sometimes there's an overreaction. And a lot of the time, the overreaction is not because we're hysterical. It's not because we're flaky. It's because we're already stressed, right? Already stressed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm glurping, but oh my God, that's good. My little throat is saying, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. So already stressed. Well, when do we get allergies? Well, we get allergies at the change of season. Does the change of season bring other things? Yes, it brings all kinds of, oh my God, I've been meaning to do that. And then all the other external stuff that goes on that's far more external in the larger frantic sense than mere Mother Nature. Oh, Brenda Vaccaro. God, her voice got deeper and deeper, didn't it? Wow. Anyway, if we can remember to do this, and I say this, I got to start again. When I got up and I thought, you do the check to see, how everything's going, how the soldiers are doing. Do we need reinforcements? What do we need? I said to myself, I'm going to do a really, really important thing. Small win. Aim for the win. I got up. I changed the bed. Not the whole thing, but I got it all cozy, comfortable, ready for the person who's going to climb into it in a minute. I got the coffee going. I tidied up the kitchen. I took the waste baskets from the office and beside my bed that were full of Kleenex. I emptied them. I put in fresh bags. I put a little bit of perfume on my wrist. And I said to myself, if I were coming home on an exhausting day and I didn't feel great and I walked into the way this looks and feels, I would be so, so grateful. So I did that. It took me like 10 minutes. Instead of sitting in bed saying, I got up and did it. And I got up and did it because once I do the video and then I do the, the after work that the video requires, then what I would normally do is I would keep working through the day. But I don't want to be exhausted because I have a wonderful client call this afternoon and a great session strategy. I want to have my brain clear and I want to be rested. So I said to myself, I'm going to ready my little nest for a complete win as soon as the video work is done. I have a couple of notes to make, but after that, I'm in there. Why? Because I'm here for the long game. And I don't want to break it to you. So are you. And the person we forget, the person we put to the side all the time, if we're not careful, is us. Now, Gary and I had a really great strategy session. And he was concerned about a bunch of stuff. And all the way through the strategy session, he was doing his very best not to be distracted by this stuff. But it was important. And I said, okay, look, we're doing this the wrong way. And every single one of these moments is a learning moment for us, and we can make a note. I don't want to do the strategy session for a minute. I want to take a break. And, oh, okay. And I said, no, what I want to do is I want to focus on this other thing that is making you crazy. Oh, it's not important. I said, no, it is. It is important because it's distracting you. It's pulling away your creative solution modeling brain. And let's honor whatever that is. Let's look at it. Let's take care of it. And as we were working through it, and we dealt with it the best we could, and then we got back to our strategy, he said, you know what is great about this? And it's funny, Maggie, because you and I were talking about this the other day. People get caught up in jargon. People get caught up in the, the objective for the team. And we all me too, forget that we're human first. The lion effect, incredible concept, fell out of the sky in an Abby Gary session. The lion effect is this. It's not a solo. There's no such thing as a one-person show. There's no such thing as a solo victory. The lion effect is gathering the forces, gathering the family, gathering the tribe, gathering the superpowers, fitting them together where they belong. The most important concept popped into my head the other day. You know what everyone gets wrong? The problem is not our jackals. For the lions among us, that's all of us, the problem is our jackal strategies. We delay, we put off, we procrastinate, and then the work is harder. We hesitate to reach out. We hesitate to say, huddle, as though it's some kind of a badge of weakness. Huddle is brilliant. Many brains make light the work, and we forget that. And sometimes it's our ego, and sometimes it's just, we don't want to be a bother. And sometimes we're simply facing the wrong way, right? Today, every day really for me, is all about the simple win. I'm looking to win right now in this moment. If I see that there's a leak in the boat, okay, good to know. Put my toe there while I fix this. And my toe, which is now wet, is going to remind me that that's the next thing on the list. But I can't fix this and this at the same time. I can't, that's not doable. And probably that's how I managed to invite the cold. I know the day it happened, I'm fairly sure. I said to myself, I'll just do one more thing. And look at that. So, coffee or hot tea? Oh, Eddie, I have tea later. However, my new is this: coffee, the way I like it, and some hot chocolate, instant hot chocolate, and a little sprinkle of cinnamon. Mm. Oh my goodness, hot coffee, nice and hot, 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 hot. So that my throat says, oh, thank you very much. I've been hoping you would do this. And then all the way down, I can just taste that infusion of everything. Chocolate is our friend, So we all aim to win, right? Right? That's the title of today's video. I want to talk to you about that. A friend of mine said, are you familiar with the expression, keep your eye on the ball? And I said, yes. And my friend said, why is it a thing? Why is it a saying? And I said, so that you'll see it and duck? And he said, sure. What's the other reason? And I said, all right, tell me the other reason. He said, it's an interesting physiological thing. And we never pay attention to it unless it is our focus. And I said, all right, then, it's my focus. Tell me. And he said, when you're driving the car and you notice something over there, and you turn your head, how often has somebody said, watch it, and grabbed your steering wheel? And I said, enough times. Why? He said, do you know why they do that? And I said, they're helpful. He said, it's because physiologically, our body goes where our attention goes. And I said, so when I turn my head, he said, your hands turn the wheel. Your whole body. It's not that you're riveted, that you have a stiff neck. It's not the turn of the head. It's the turn of the focus. Every molecule in your body is saying, ooh, what's over there? Completely sidebar. When I used to deliver balloons for singing telegrams, I know. When you hit the brakes, all the balloons want to come to the forward and find out why. When you speed up, all the balloons are horrified and they all go to the back. Balloons have a different set of priorities. Sorry. It's just I have this visual. All the balloons, what happened? What happened, Adam? I'm driving the balloons. Okay. We go, our energy goes, our body goes where our attention flows. Where our attention flows, our thoughts go. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. Every part of us directs the full force of all that we are when our attention goes. It's physiological. It's not vibration. It's primitive survival. You hear something? Prey says, what was that? Ready to run. It is how we are alive. It's how we thrive, right? When we aim to win, that's where we go. We all aim to win, right? We're not bonk. At least we're not twice. The first time should be the lesson. Ow. So getting hit because we weren't watching. Taking aim without absolute focus. Those are two very important elements. The one I want to talk to you today about, hang on, it's Eddie, can you hear a difference? This is, maybe this is helping. Feels a little less on the inside. So when you learn to ride a motorcycle, oh yeah, I'll read the rest of it when it pops up. When I took my mother riding on the back of my motorcycle, she resolutely sat up and I said, Mother, we're going to die. Please lean with me. Well, what if we fall over? Trust me, we won't fall over. You go toward where you look at. Less horse. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So this is what I want to talk to you about. There are three parts to a focus. There are three parts when we aim to win. Always three parts, never not. And when we do not pay attention to all three, we make our goal our dream, our choice, our decision harder than it needs to be. I'm going to explain. When you aim, when you're ready to aim, and you're waiting for the ball, and the ball is coming, and the ball is coming, the ball is here, 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 and you hit the ball, whack, and you follow through. What did I do wrong? I'll show you what I did wrong. Ball is coming, ball is coming, ball is coming, coming, whack. This is what you do right. Why? Why is looking where I'm going wrong? I'll tell you. Because it's not where I'm going that matters. It's where the ball is going. That's why I hit it. Keep our eye on the ball at all times. Or sit out the game. Watch it come. Watch their stance. Watch their posture. Watch their prep. See where they make the mistake. Now you can predict what the ball is going to do. As the ball comes, you prep, you get ready. You know exactly what you want to do already, right? And when you hit the ball, what you're doing with how you hit it, how you angle your racket, how you angle your bat, how you angle your arm for the throw. Whatever sport you're playing, stick for the puck. Whatever sport you're playing. How you hit the ball is designed and directed by your prep and your focus and your decision on the aim you have to win. How is this shot going to be a win? It's all strategy. The problem is not the jackals. The problem is the jackal strategies. When we know what we want this shot to achieve, and this is our sole focus until the shot is over, and now we're getting ready for the next one, we should never be thinking about anything else. We don't need to watch ourselves grab the other end of the tennis racket. We know where it is, and we know where the other hand is and what its job is. Our job is to make sure that the ball follows where we wanted it to go, that it goes exactly where we want it to go, which is to the absolute wrong place for the other guy. Three steps. Intention, connection, follow through. Intention, connection, follow through. 3 steps. Always, always, in every connection, in every situation, in every decision, in every opportunity, in every breath. Inhale, exhale. What was the pause in the middle? Changing direction. Flip a coin. The coin has 3 sides. Up, down, and the side we spin on. Everything has 3 doors. Every option has 3 possible paths. Every win has 3 steps. Aim to win. We all aim to win, right? The question needs to be, do we know how to aim? Do we know what aiming means? Do we have the instruction book? Do we have the trainer? Do we have the playbook? No? When I went to Miami-Dade South College, Miami-Dade Junior College South Campus, Miami, Florida, for the 15 minutes they allowed me there until they realized that they were using my 10th grade textbooks. One of the courses I was able to take, two of them actually that fascinated me, one was sailing and the other was tennis. And the reason I took them is that I was fairly good at both of them already. So, and by the way, free sailing and tennis, right? So to my everlasting astonishment, they spent the first month in the tennis class on showing you how the thing I just taught you, how it's actually done. Everybody had a racket. They brought their racket. Everybody had a tennis ball. Okay, good for you. And everybody had a thing and a circle, like the marks on the dial of a watch, right? And they taught you where to put your feet, and they taught you where to put your shoulders, and they taught you how to turn your hips. It was excruciatingly dull, except that, oh wait, after about the first, are you absolutely kidding me with this? I realized nobody does this. Everybody should. Why? Because technique. As Eddie says, on your motorcycle, yeah, you're going to go where you're looking. You're going to go where you're leaning. If you don't know that, you're in for a world of hurt. So, racquetball is fun if you don't keep an eye on the ball. It's liable to, yes, oh yes, racquetball, yes, of course. So here's what I want to say today, and about the win. I used an analogy the other day when I had all the full Abby energy. And somebody said, you know, it's easy for you. And I said, what is easy for me? Well, you know, you're always up. Like you just, what do you wake up? I have the best friends. What do you wake up? What are you, simple? And so I said, oh no, darling. This entire thing is a campaign. It begins long before the little creatures of the night have gone to bed. Have you heard of something called the Siege of Rome? It wasn't built, nor was it sieged in a day. I said, somebody once, many years ago, there was a television series called Charlie's Angels. The original Charlie's Angels was three impossibly lovely, fit, vibrant ladies who could just do everything. You know, it's really annoying. Anyway, some guy, friend of mine, said, don't you wish you were Charlie's Angels? And I said, no, because their makeup call is 3 a.m. Are you out of your mind? You think they look like that? They don't look like that. Nothing looks like that. That's a work of art right there. And by the way, well, there's a slight bit of ego here. You know, I was on a television show called You Can't Do It on Television. And somebody said, I always wondered, South Campus all too well. So, yes, you do, Miss Maggie. Somebody said to me once, why are you up? And I said, because it feels good. I go there. I go to up. I could choose blah. I've tried it. I felt like that at about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. I thought, yesterday afternoon, I sneezed in rotations of snicks. Yeah, I sneezed 6 times. I sneezed in like 6. And then I'm like, oh my God. And then I just lie there. And then I would do something. No idea what I did. Nothing. But I disturbed something. And I would 6 more times. My God. I don't know how people do the Olympics. That right there. That right there. I don't know what in another scenario that could equate to. But rotations of 6 sneezes. And then of course, go through how many boxes of Kleenex. Again. Whatever it was that my body was deliberately getting rid of yesterday. Holy cow. It's Good morning, Freddie. The best part of waking up is Folgers? No, the best part of waking up is somebody makes the coffee that's in the cup. That's where I'm going with the slogan, Freddie. Somebody has made it. I like that. And oh, by the way, sure, Folgers, why not? So I explained to this, you wake up. I have options. I've tried it the other way. My sainted father once said to me, actually probably several times because I remember it so clearly, when I was being a particularly sulky little child. Stomp, stomp, stomp. My father put a hand on my head and said, halt. And he said, nowhere on the box our lives came in does it say contents fair. He probably said it a million times. If it was a million times that I got cranky and sulky and victimy and whiny. And the reason I think it was a lot of times, or it could just have hit me like that ton of bricks analogy, is that I'm not a victim unless I choose to be one. I'm not an entity to be pitied. I'm certainly very, very happy, delighted, grateful, excited when I am cared about, when I am prioritized, when I'm hugged, when it's clear that I matter, when the hard work is made easier because someone says, here, let me help you with that. And there are times when life has been remarkably challenging. And I have and always will be grateful for the assistance, for the amazing things that people generously have done, caringly have done. But I'm not a victim. I'm not helpless. I'm not an entity to be pitied. I'm not this tragic creature, lost and alone, wandering in the wilderness, no hope of anything. Get a grip. Change your socks. Want some coffee with chocolate in it? We get to choose these things. Now, I'm not making light of terrible things that have happened. I'm not making light of the damage that terrible things do. And I am certainly not making light of the bravery, my God, the bravery that I see in people who keep getting up again and saying, okay, Let's do this. I am saying we get to choose how we see who we see in the mirror. We get to say, I'm walking here. We get to be making our statement. Now, as we can, the best we can. And when we're exhausted, when we feel glub worthy, and believe me, glub worthy should be a word. It's okay to say, not my best day. I swear, yesterday, I was fine-ish, but Maggie, thank you for reaching out and saying how you feeling. Because I woke up thinking, not that bad, not that bad. And then I sneezed that first 6 times, and my entire head, I went from being a fairly lovely individual, I think, to being a sort of an 8-year-old with adenoids. My God. And it was like, boof. And I thought, okay, so we're not going to do the show today. Thank you. We're going to do this other show, which is bed. Thank you. And I did. And so this is what I want to wrap around back to. We all aim to win, right? Okay, so what's the win? The win today was putting 10 minutes of slower, granted, I got to tell you, and I'm not the cleanest housekeeper. Anybody who has ever been to my home says, well, the cleaning lady quit? Oh, why? I just cleaned. You did. Who is going to be the one who gets into bed shortly? Me. Who is the one who got up this morning wanting to share something important with you? Me. Who is working every day on this beautiful dream, this beautiful concept in training and self-motivating and self-positivity and we got this? Who has been working on this for 6 years now? Me. Who is the one who can't wait? Well, I can wait. I'm working it. I'm working to it. Who is the one who is excited to launch the new show? Me. Okay, then. Who needs to look after me? Me. Who needs to encourage me? Me. Who needs to pay attention? And when a word rings false, when a tone rings false, when a posture rings false, who is the one who is right here who can say, okay, you're not in a drill, you're not marching, but could you please put your shoulders back? Why? Because you get more breath in, more red oxygen to the blood cells, more feeling better. Why? Because you deserve it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So today, I made a correction. So the first thing I did when I woke up and I was lying there going, on a glove scale, how am I doing? Actually, not good, not bad. All right, then, let's do this. And I got up and I did all that prep. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew exactly how how, like when I went to bed last night, I could have left the dishes in the sink. Nope, did the dishes. Am I industrious? No, I don't want to wake up looking at them. I want to be kind to me in the morning. I don't know how I'm going to feel in the morning. So I got up and I got organized for this. When I walked away from the mirror and I looked in the mirror and I thought, okay then. Why did I do that? Because we are worth it. I have a very special person who has suffered, has survived, has found the override, has met and raised the chin and the shoulders back. And what happens to them eventually is they hear themselves. They feel the energy that is working against them. They hear that tone. They hear the sigh. Not right away. And when that happens, and we discuss it, it's so easy. This is the other part of this aim to win. The self-criticism. We're the only one on this side of the net. We're the only one holding this racket. Who are you comparing us to? We're it. This is this pride of lions, this one. Who are you comparing us to? Well, how do you know? And by the way, who cares? Who cares? Right now, it's us. When it's time to address them, we will be ready. Right now, it's us. So that voice, that voice, that's the stalling tactic. That is the subconscious brain saying, no, don't move forward, no, oh, shit. Well, now I'm going to have to do more work because I got to drag you back here. It's where it's familiar. I have to drag you back here to where it used to be because we know that's safe. You know why the subconscious brain knows that used to be is safe? Because it's over. And it's not going to happen anymore. Our memories are beautiful. Our memories don't drive us to school. Our memories don't take us to work. Our memories don't excite us about our possibilities. They anchor us there. Beautiful, important. Look at all of my memories. Look at all my memories. I'm not saying don't have memories. I'm not saying don't position yourself with your memories. I'm saying we are more than our memories. Our memories are the threads in the tapestry. We wove the threads. That's why there is a tapestry. And you know what we can do? I know you're going to be surprised. You're going to say to yourselves, how does she even know this? We can unpick the tapestry and we can reweave it with those threads and create a fresh pattern. Same memories, same us, new tapestry. That's how we aim to win. I had stuff. We've all had stuff. I used to say in the early days of the coaching, when a client would say, you have no idea what my childhood was like. And I said, no, I have no idea. And even if you tell me, I cannot be in your shoes. I can, however, tell you that if we have survived past the age of 5, we have all experienced some kind of trauma. Greater, lesser, but we understand that there is trauma. We can be respectful of the experience. And then we can either go live there, or we can use what we learned from it and how we navigated it to create the new navigation system, the new jackal strategies. Because no matter how hard we try, we can't refight those battles and make the ending different because it's past. So here today, I think I almost have a feeling there may be a battalion of sneezes coming. Hang on a second. Today, what I want to say to you, choke, God. Today, what I want to say to you is this. And I know I don't say it all the time, and you're probably grateful. I am a CEO. I am the Chief Executive Officer of a publishing house. I am the Chief Executive of a coaching company. I am the Chief Executive of a strategic planning company. 3. I have been the Chief Executive Officer of an entertainment production entity, still active in the planning stages for the new show, final planning stages. And so as a juggling CEO, and all of them, by the way, they overlap, they interweave. So it's not as though I'm running, an off-track betting company and a basketball inflating business. Penguin training school. I know that I wear those hats all the time. It's like if you put 3 of those caps, the ones with the thing on the front, if you put 3 of them inside each other and then you put them on, it feels like you're wearing 1, but you're actually wearing 3. I know that I wear all those hats metaphorically all the time. I know that when the opportunity presents itself, that I'm thinking about this business or that one, or seeing how in this moment those 2 can overlap. What I never forget, ever since the moment it was taught to me by a brilliant, brilliant therapist, doctor, wise guide, I am the one wearing those hats. And I am controlled much of the time by the instincts and intuitions and insights and ideas created and loved and nurtured by my inner child, the true essential first me. As are we. We are all CEOs of some venture. You could be the CEO in your family. You could be the CEO in the group that you belong to. You could be the CEO in your business. And this is the important thing that I want to say today, among the other, is that how ready, how healthy, how focused, how eye on the ball we are for us, about us, is exactly how ready, how focused, how eye on the ball we are as a CEO. They are identical. What we learn without the hat is our autopilot default with the hat. Never not. Why? Because the subconscious brain is running the show. This conscious brain thinks it's running the show. So cute. It's this one. And this one's patterns that we can shift and upgrade and update and shape are stored in memories. It is this brain that keeps us alive. This is this brain that allows us to survive. The combination of this brain and this finessing here is how we thrive. For the last several months, my very dear friend Billy has been working on a project, a heart piece. He's doing it because it's time for a win. He feels it personally because if it happened to us, he says it happened to him. What I'm talking about, what I'm talking about is a brilliantly executed, designed, created, developed campaign to create widespread public awareness of a tragic loss. An unfortunate set of coincidences in which powerful people said to themselves, well, no, it's not right. So what? Well, no, it's actually illegal. So what? Well, okay. It could make us look bad. So what? And I don't want to talk about the details in a way that is going to compromise the beautiful unfolding. What I do want to say is that I posted a video yesterday, and then I shared it across a few platforms. And the date is March 17th. Yesterday was the teaser. And there are more teasers, and there are going to be teasers coming out progressively every week across many social media platforms. Yesterday was the first teaser. Something really inappropriate was done many, many years ago. And no one cared enough to correct it. And Billy has said, watch this. This is the anniversary of the beginning of something extraordinary. Let's do this. Billy is keeping his eye on the ball. Billy is going for the win. His aim is amazing. And his tenacity is off the charts. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud of him. He's pouring his heart and soul in it, and it shows. So CEOs aren't supposed to cry? Sure they are. Sure they are. Just hand them an onion. Here, hold this. The meeting's in 5 minutes. So what I want to do today in closing this video, which is kind of all over the place, in my defense, I'm sick. What I want to do today in closing is just say this. If you're not aiming for the win, what are you doing? If you feel that your life has no meaning, if only you had a bigger purpose, I'd love to be able to travel to the other side of the world and preach. Why don't you just help an elderly person with their groceries, carry them in from their car next door? I want something bigger. I saw a clip that I want to watch the full of fairly soon. They returned the wolves to a state park. Wolves had been removed for decades. They returned the wolves, and an extraordinary thing happened. There were doubters and naysayers who said it's going to decimate, there's going to be killing, and this. The exact opposite happened. That the state park, the natural preserve, rewilded itself. Nature's balance was restored because we cannot see from our right up close to the tree proximity exactly how important these small things are. It was just this incredible thing, a before and after picture. And all they had done was reintroduce the wolves, and it was like a season later. And then, of course, 5 years later, and the trees and the grasses and the flowers and the bees and the water and the fish, the visits from the tourists, the place came alive. We don't have to go out and do big things to make a difference. For any one of us who says, I want to belong to something bigger than me, you do, darling. You belong to the human race. That's bigger than you. You belong to the world. That's bigger than you. You belong to your community. That's bigger than you. Did you want headlines? Did you want to be famous? You know that t-shirt? Have you seen it? It says, you ever taste fame? Yeah, tastes like chicken. Every small thing we do changes many lives instantly. Can we see it? Do we know it? No. For instance, randomly, I have probably kept the facial tissue industry alive and well in the last day and a half alone. No need to thank. Don't need to thank me. So this is what I end with. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, well. We all have sadness. sadness is woven into the joy. If you only look at the sadness, you can't see the full tapestry. Why are you doing that to you? Were you loved? Did you succeed? Was there a time? How lucky are you? How lucky are we? Oh, it wasn't enough? Oh, you wanted 5 minutes more. You want to feel that joy again? You know who's standing right there, who can help you make that happen? You. And by the way, us, me, we got you. Stiff, we got you. So be good to you, my lovelies. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of this. As we come up to the launch of this dream of mine, I'm going to be getting a little more annoying about it. I want you to know now that I appreciate your kindness and your generosity and your soft rolling of the eyes. It's like Christmas and birthday and graduation and anniversary. Every dream all rolled into one. So I may be a little much. Am I apologizing? No. I want you involved. So be good to you. Hug your loved ones. They deserve it. You deserve them and their love. And I will talk to you next week. I will have things to share, amazing news. Things are blooming on the horizon. So stay safe, stay warm. Make sure you're well protected and prepared when you head out into this kind of iffy weather. And I will catch you next time.